So let Vt be a velocity which is equal to t squared sine t minus t cos t plus t sine t. And we want to find the double derivative and the position vector, which would be the integration of Vt. So to start off, we find what the derivative of V is, which will equal 2t, and right here we're going to use the product rule of f d dt gt plus g derivative of function f, or the function that we designated as ft. And then we repeat over here as well. F d over dt gt plus g d over dt ft. And once we get that, we will get 2t t sine t or t cos t. And we use that using the power rule, and the way we get that is sine t minus t cos t. So we set the equal to where d over dt sine t is equal to cos t, and then the derivative of d of t cos t is equal to cos t minus t sine t. And we get that, we will get cos t minus cos t minus t sine t. And then we end up, these two end up canceling out, and then we're left with the minus times minus, where we go t sine t. Likewise, the same occurs here, where the derivative dt of cos t plus t sine t, d over dt cos t, I'll put the t over here, is equal to negative t, or actually, sorry, it should just be sine t. So then that would mean that the derivative over d over dt of t sine t will equal cos, oh, my bad, again, would equal sine t minus t cos t. And when we minus them two, negative sine t minus sine t minus t cos t, we're left with the same thing where sine cancels out the sine. Oh, my apologies, that should be minus. It should be plus, sorry, because over here I had positive. Actually, no, because my apologies again. So this is correct. So it's cos t plus t, yes, okay. So then that will equal, this should be positive since the derivative of sine is a positive cosine. So we're left with sine t plus sine t plus t cosine t. And then of course these two cancels out, and then we're left with t cosine t. And so then our derivative of velocity is equal to 2t, as mentioned before, t sine t, and t cosine t. And then we continue on again, where the double derivative is t of t, my apologies, is equal to 2 t cosine t plus sine t, negative t sine t plus cosine t. My apologies, just want to make sure that I have enough lead for this mechanical pencil. And we basically essentially apply the same rule where f that we have over here of product rule of f times the derivative of g is equal plus g times the derivative of ft. So d over dt of t sine t. Remember, so we have is equal to cosine t, and then the derivative dt, because we have this as well, we have to add it here, and the derivative of t is of course 1. Well, it's just gonna